Hey Paul, what kind of bike you got there?
Oh, it's a CBR 300R.
What can you tell us about it?
Oh yeah, so I was thinking about it, and I wanted to be a lesbian so bad. I bought this bad boy.
All right, we've gone over the ADV a little bit. Took it out last week. Drove through some semi-deep mud. A few things I guess I would, after putting about 250 miles on it, a few things that I do and don't like about it. The bars could be a little bit more forward, and just because I like to stand up every once in a while, and when you stand up, these are kind of up against your legs. Really minor detail. And then the seat, a lot of people complain, the seat really should just be totally flat. This hump back here, if you're a little bit taller, it's just pushing against your tailbone. So again, a lot of people spoke about that being kind of a pain in the butt, so not a big fan of that. Aside from that, it's not really an adventure scooter per se. I would say more or less it's a bike. It's a scooter that kind of has some off-road capabilities, but it's definitely not, you know, I have a KTM 1190 and it's definitely not something you can just take and just rally like a true adventure bike, obviously. Faster than me uphill, but you can't even keep up. What you got, bro? What you got? Hey, dude, that'd be fun to do a race from the bottom all the way to the top. Woo-hoo-hoo! No problem, dude. No problem. But I think this is probably fits the bill for most people. that have scooters that want to do trails and you don't want to do off-road and gravel roads and whatnot. This would be a really great bike if you had it on the back of a camper. And as far as fuel mileage, I'm getting 80, I think 87 or 88, and I'm driving this thing extremely hard. This is probably one of the hardest bikes I've been on from the get-go. Pretty much right when we got it, I just went to town, pushing it really hard. The lights are really nice. It's got LEDs in the front that are really bright, which is nice. The display is super bright, really nice LEDs. The mirrors work good. They don't shake around a little bit. Brakes are really good as well. It's got a really nice display up here. But yeah, I mean, overall, I'm really happy with it. The underseat storage is nice. A little bit put off with the tire options that we have here for, brake needs to be adjusted. A little bit put off with the tire options for these wheels. So what I've actually done is I've ordered a set of spoked front and rear wheels, but they're rear discs. So once those come in, I'm gonna mock them up, make sure they fit. When they fit, I'm gonna go ahead and come up with a solution to have a disc brake swap. So I have a matching set and then have a disc brake on the rear. We've also got a Yoshimura right now we're testing out. We're gonna put on the dyno and we're gonna weld a wideband into it as well. We've got some stuff, as you guys know, most of the stuff comes from Thailand for these bikes, and it's pretty bad just to get it to test it out. Like I got these and they're ready to just fall off the bike. These are pretty much just, if you hit something, they're gonna snap off. These are kind of not a great design because they kind of go over the top here. So we have some plans. I'm gonna take this bike in today and kind of start to lay out some products, but overall, it does about 68 miles an hour. We put a Melosi multivar in it. We're gonna have some videos on CVT tuning as well, but the variator made a massive difference on this bike. The biggest issue, I think, with the Maxi scooters is the clutch engagement. It's typically really soggy and really soft, so we did a Melosi clutch on this as well, but we're gonna cover that in the next video. Made a big difference as well. I've got the cover off here just because I was test fitting. You know, I went to buy some of these Thailand parts to see if they would fit, and it was about 50-50, just out of curiosity to see what they had, see how they were made and whatever. And some of the stuff was just absolutely atrocious. I couldn't even put on the bike. Got it from, like, you know, one of these oddball websites. Some of the parts showed up and they weren't even the right products. So if you're gonna do that stuff with those companies in Thailand, just be prepared. Some of it's gonna work good, some of it's gonna work poorly, some of it's not even gonna fit at all, and then some of it you're gonna get it and you're just gonna get a completely different product that you didn't pay for, that was valued obviously less than what you paid. So definitely hit or miss. Again, these are kind of gimmicky. These are going to come off. They really destroy the light output, which makes sense, right? Because you're blocking a good portion of it. So these really destroy the light output. I'm gonna take them off because they're not really good for that. So everybody runs these. They look cool, whatever. But just letting you know, that just kind of wrecks your light output. And they're really, really thin. These are, as you can see, you just have one here to the body, and then one here to the body as well. And as you can see, this whole thing is just a joke. So just be prepared. And what we're gonna look at doing is we're looking at a solution for the sides as well. But I'd like to have a modular setup where it's like by part A, part B, part C, put them all together, run them all separate. But ideally it'd be cool to have protection on the side, all the way down the bottom, all the way back to the engine and floorboard as well. Because in theory, you know, the vital areas you need to protect this whole bottom here and this case. So this is where you really want all your protection. So we have a plasma cutter, CNC plasma, and we have a tube bender now. So gonna go and bring this thing to work today and start pumping stuff out. Bear with me, it's 8 a.m. Just gonna load this stuff up. But overall, really excited about the bike. It has a really good motor, solid platform from Honda. We're doing cams. We're getting a head ported right now to valves. We're gonna spring it to 12,000 RPM. We're gonna put on the dyno, get some baseline numbers, and then get some numbers, you know, see how rich and how lean it's running. So follow us for all the ADV stuff here. We're here in Oregon. We're gonna we use our bikes, as you can see. We rally these things, so they're gonna get put put to the test. But if you're looking for a really reliable turnkey and go smooth riding, and actually I can't even say how well this thing handles, it handles shockingly well in corners, which I don't know if it's a wheel and tire combination or suspension or what, but this thing absolutely runs awesome in corners.
Oh, what's that? What's that? Look at that rat! Is that rat? You got it.
That's Rue. Say hi, Rue. That's a dog. She's kind of a pain, but she's okay. So yeah, it handles really good. Acceleration is pretty good. It's my buddy's got a high compression Grom with a cam A-Racer tune, still stock CC, and he can pull for me on the top, but not a whole lot. So he does in the mid 70s, but as far as accelerating goes, we're not too far off from each other. So that's pretty good for a bone stock ADV for a big heavy bike. Fuel economy is good. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Don't come over top. Yeah. Oh, they got a gate. Ooh. Yeah. I don't think I can make it through there. There, out to the gate. Oh yeah. Did I go too hard with the off-road trail?
Hey Paul, what kind of bike you got there?
Oh, it's a CBR 300R.
What can you tell us about it?
Oh yeah, so I was thinking about it, and I wanted to be a lesbian so bad. I bought this bad boy, financed it. We got it because, you know, just at first I was like, wow, that's a real lesbian bike. And now that I kind of grew on me, and I want to be a lesbian too.
You look like a lesbian.
Thanks. That's what I'm going for.
He actually kind of does look like a lesbian.
I'm going for it.
What makes it a lesbian bike though?
Because it's a good question. It is.
You know there's nothing wrong with being a lesbian.
I know. I want to be a lesbian.
We support you.
Paul.
I mean, it's really the life to be.
Lesbian?
Yeah.
You gonna ride with your new shoes tonight?
Oh yeah, gonna get them all dirty.
They go a little dirty right there.
Oh.
anything you guys want to see, anything you want us to work on. Again, we just got the bike about a month ago, been riding it really hard, putting some time on it, seeing what it does and doesn't need. We stocked these fender eliminators, which are really nice pieces as well. They're really solid, as you can see. We've already got a few parts on the website, but we're just really gonna just keep going and going, adding more. So looking for input on what you guys do and don't like about the bike and what you'd like to see on it. And we'll start working on some projects. So thanks for watching, subscribe, and you guys got any questions, concerns, or ideas about these bikes, the ADVs, make sure to post up. And again, we have every day we're loading more parts on ScooterSwapshop for these things. So thanks for watching.